An alpha female. She doesn't look for a man to provide for her financially because she's capable of standing on her own. But don't misunderstand her independence. She won't settle for a man who can't step up and provide in other ways.
Christy, what do you think about this?
Why are you guys laughing?
No, Christy,
I want to know.
Christy, what do you think about it? You agree with The Rock?
It's so true.
You think it's so true?
Yeah.
Anybody else agree with it? Anybody else
I actually shared that video.
Oh, stop. You think it's true? You like that? What about you, Julia? What do you think about that?
It's fake, right?
God damn it! Yes, yes, guys. It's a complete deep fake. None of that was real. Last week we did the same thing. We did the same thing with 50 Cent, where he was like, "Men who want to date multiple women are weak and insecure." And I'm like, the dude who wrote Candy Shop and Magic Stick told you to not date multiple women, and these women were just like 27,000 likes. There's these videos that are coming out like this, where they're using an app called HeyGen, and they're just taking the dude's voice and they're just making him write the most simpy.
They're just taking Chris GQ Perry videos and just putting his voice on.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what that is. It was just so funny. I wanted to see how many of you would just like agree with it.
Why wouldn't you?
Christy's intuition's telling her it's real.
Yeah.
Even if it's not real, like The Rock has like a great family from what it seems. Obviously, you never know, but he seems like he would be a good man. He like loves his wife.
Yeah, and I don't think he believes this crap.
And I think it's incredible. I think it's incredible. Except he doesn't seem to be comfortable admitting he's on steroids. But other than that, I think it's absolutely great. I think it's a
personal problem. We don't care.
No, but all of it's personal. We're talking about his family.
I'm actually really uncomfortable hearing The Rock talk about a woman submitting to him.
Yeah.
I actually shared a part of that video where he did talk about submitting, and as a woman like myself, I do think it's kind of hard to submit to certain men, but when I do have like upstanding respect for them, it's not hard at all.
Yeah.
So that's the part that stuck out from that video to me.
For sure. Anybody else? Like it? Like the whole thing is like, yeah, I think it was just platitudes, and it was just really funny because you just write a script at HeyGen and then you just take anyone's voice and put it out, and these videos are getting 500,000 likes.
Yeah,
because
they pander.
That Chris GQ Perry nonsense with the dream, I think it got like 1 million likes. That's just what's going. And then
what's even crazier is that some of our guy friends responded to us saying, "Yeah, that's true."
Yeah, it was
that's
so insane.
crazy.
And there's
shit.
all these girls, like every hot girl I know was just like liking that video, and I'm like, you think you can catch your man cheating from a dream? Do you understand like how dangerous that is for every other part of your life if you start believing that? Like that is literally how the Salem witch trials happen. That is literally like we used to hang people that weren't the same color as us 100 years ago because we had dreams about it. This is nonsense, dude. You find out if someone's guilty of something by reason, logic, and deduction, not from dreams and energy shifts, bro. I'm sorry. That's the only issue I have with it. I apologize.
But what are your thoughts on what it's saying? And not
there's no such thing as an alpha.
Which one are we talking about?
The Rock one.
I mean, I don't care. Like saying you're an alpha female is like saying I'm the woman with the biggest penis. Like I just don't like the qualities for alphaness in women are not the same. It's like like a woman can be really intelligent and be a leader, but that doesn't make her alpha like a man is alpha. Does that make sense?
I agree.
Alpha in the context we say masculine, bragging that you're the most alpha female is just like you're the toughest woman in the woman's prison. Like that's all we're saying. Yeah. And that's just not an attractive quality.
I think it's ironic that like if you were to say like any guy at this table says I'm an alpha male, people go, you're not an alpha male, or there's no such thing as an alpha male, or they would criticize that. But the thing is, as soon as you start talking about alpha females, they're like, oh yes, of course, yeah, awesome.
What is an alpha female to you?
So the problem, again, like I said before, it contextually doesn't make sense. It's like saying I'm the woman with the largest penis. Like it doesn't make sense. I mean, unless you like watch Chris GQ Perry, that audience might make sense to them, but it doesn't make sense like for you to do that.
Alpha female is the hottest girl at Wet Republic in the string bikini with the biggest tits and the longest hair.
I mean,
and the bluest
you can even say that, but that's not alpha because in that case, she doesn't have the masculine qualities.
The reason why we've been talking about masculine qualities is because when you're applying the term alpha like in the terms of alpha female, what you're saying is I'm a alpha male with boobs and tits, or boobs and vagina is what it is.
Can you point the microphone?
Well, no. What it is you're basically using a masculine definition for
That's my question. So alpha
let me try it again.
To you is exclusively male.
No. Let's try it again. The term alpha and beta comes from taxonomy. Right, yeah. So when in biology we have an alpha gorilla, and the alpha gorilla will kill off all the other or beat off all the beta gorillas, and then we'll have with the harem of gorillas. Elephant bull seals, they'll have a harem of like 60. So alpha and beta is a placeholder. It's a placeholder for a male hierarchy in taxonomy. And what we've done is we've taken this thing that we're like, it's admirable to fight off all these other competitors and then all these women. Yeah, then let's put this on women. It's like, no, that's not what women are. Women don't gain status by like killing their competitors and then sleeping with all. Okay, I'm sorry. What am I talking about?
Aggressive.
Unless you're Glorilla, or unless you're Cardi B, unless you're Brittany Renner. I'm sorry. In that case, yes, that's what I'm talking about. But when you say alpha, when I mean technically from the taxonomy use of the word alpha, when we say alpha, that's what we mean. For Homo sapiens, when we say alpha, it's just a placeholder. Again, my birthday, if I've got everyone's there and they're singing me happy birthday, in that moment, contextually, I might be the alpha, and then Tiesto comes on stage, and then everyone looks at Tiesto. Tiesto's now the alpha. I'm having dinner with my friends, and I'm the alpha. Then we go to a Tony Robbins seminar, and everyone's looking at Tony Robbins. He becomes the alpha. It's just contextual. Does that make sense? So that's the only thing. Can women be great leaders? Yes, I had 2 squadron commanders who were female that were great leaders. Can women be loud and women be highly intelligent and skilled at their job? Yes, but we use the term alpha for something else. And now what we're saying is alpha, we don't even mean it as what I'm talking about, encouragement. We don't even mean it like beta is not even considered an insult. That's not what we're talking about. But what they're doing is they're taking something that is uniquely masculine from taxonomy and they're trying to put it onto women. Does that make sense?
Yes, it's force-fitting women into a male role, into a male definition.
Even when you say alpha for males, it's not a compliment. Do you understand? Like we think it was like, well, alpha, that must mean it's a compliment. And a lot of people do misuse the term for that reason, but that's not what it means. It doesn't mean a compliment. What it means is this is the guy who's taking a more aggressive stance. So if you want a woman to take a more aggressive stance, is that femininity? Does that make a woman more attractive? It doesn't. Does that make a woman? Do you understand what I'm saying? We're crossing some of the lines.
I interpreted it different.
Okay, go ahead.
So I interpreted it as like, so as a woman that wants to do really well in her work, right? She wants to be a business owner. She wants to have multiple businesses.
Yes.
Maybe, she wants to do all these things that way and be financially independent, which is what it said in the video, right? We want a man who's not going to be like less than that, have no ambition, stay home all day, have no job, be on unemployment. You know what I mean? We want a man that's going to match that same energy. You know what I mean? So like, or if not more, and be just as respectable, ambitious, and lead in a way. We don't want a beta male.
How does that correlate to alpha, though?
No. What she's saying,
just didn't really
she's saying
focus
as
on
she
that word.
becomes more ambitious than the men she has to choose from, you understand that's fewer and fewer men.
Of course, yeah.
Right? Yes. You guys understand? Like,
you price yourself out of the sexual market.
I'd love to ask